Okay, well, with 3 more examples, we'll be done with our section on simple interest. The first one, Janice borrows money at 8% per year for 2 years. So I'm going to make a note that R, the annual interest rate, is 0.08. 2 years, what variable is that going to be? T is equal to 2. She paid this much in interest, capital I, equals 132. The question is, how much did she borrow? So what variable are we looking for? The loan amount is capital P, the principal. So I'll put the question mark there. So the formula is I equals PRT. And we're given 3 of the variables, and the ones missing that we have to figure out is capital P. I is 132 equals capital P, which we don't know, times R, which is 0.08, times T, which is 2. So, one way that I could write the answer without simplifying it at least is I could divide both sides by what? 2 and 0.08. I could divide this by 0.08, 2, which means that cancels, and leaves me with just P on the right-hand side. But I have to do the same thing to both sides. So that cancels, and if I bring the P to the left, that tells me 132 over 0.08 times 2. I'll plug that into the calculator, and if you'll notice, if you wanted to simplify this, 0.08 times 2, 8 times 2 is 16, so 0.08 times 2 would be 0.16. Let's just see here. I've got 132 divided by 0.08. 2. Do that one more time. 132 divided by, and I get 825. So P is $825. So if Janice borrows $825 at 8%, for 2 years, and then she will pay $132 in interest. Right? Let's see. Just to do a kind of a sanity check to see if that number is reasonable. It's easy to compute $825. If it were 10% interest, which is more than that, it'd be about $82 per year. And that would be more like $160 in interest. And so that does make sense. The principal amount, $825. Number 10. Juan borrows $2,450 for 16 months. All right, this is P. That's the principal amount. 16 months, I'm going to convert this into years. Let's see, 16, I have to divide by 12 months in a year, and that would be 1 and 4, let's see, 12, 1 and 4 over 12, which is 1 point, let me write it as a fraction again, 1 1/3 months. So T, actually I said that wrong, 1 1/3 years. So I want to write that like, this is going to be an approximation because I like to use a decimal. 1.3, I'm going to go out that many places. Even though it continues on forever, 1/3 is 0.3 repeating. I'm going to go 1.3333. It will, it's going to mean a difference of less than a penny. When we're, or in the interest rate, it's going to be negligible when we go out this far. That's plenty of decimal places past the decimal point. Okay, so T is 1 1/3. Actually, if you wanted to put in 1 1/3, you'd get the exact answer. The interest paid, capital I, is $189.47. Find the annual interest rate. That's what we're looking for. So I equals PRT gives us, I is 189.47 equals PRT. P is 2450. R is what we don't know. And then T is 1.3333 rounded. All right, so if I want to know what R is, I need to get R by itself. I need to divide both sides by 2450 times 1.3333. 2450. Because now if I cancel that and cancel that, I'm left with nothing but R. So, and I'm going to switch places again. R is equal to this, 189.47 over 2450, 1.3333. All right, I'm going to my calculator, and I would get 189.47 divided by and 1.3333, and I get equals 123.058 and then 0, 0. So I'm going to stop right here. It's not exactly this, but the next two digits would be zeros. So I'm going to say that the interest rate is, writing it as a percentage, that would be 5.8%. So R is equal to this, which as a percentage is 5.8%. Okay, last one. Samantha borrowed $10,000. That's the amount borrowed, the principal. At 6.5 interest, that's an annual interest rate, so little r is 0.065. Remember what you do. When you remove the percent, you move the decimal point 2 places to the left. Let me put a line through here. Okay, simple interest as usual. If she paid $1,625 in interest for the loan, that would make $1,625 would be our capital I. For how long did she borrow the money? So what does that mean? That means find T. So we have I equals PRT, and we've got 3 of those. I is 1,625 equals PRT. P is 10,000. R is 0.065 times T. So all we need to do, since these 3 terms are multiplied together, is just divide by 2 of them. Divide by 10,000 times 0.065 on both sides. 10,000, 0.065. So that cancels, leaving us just with the T, equaling this amount right here. So T is equal to 1625 over 10,000 times 0.065. And let me plug this into the calculator to get 1625 divided by 10,000 and 0.065. And comes to a nice number of 2.5. So T, with using the correct units, would be 2.5 years. So a $10,000 loan at 6.5% annual interest, if the interest is $1,625, then the length of that loan would be 2.5 years.